I'll eat your face.
Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to my review for 21 Jump Street, a new film starring Channing Tatum, Jonah Hill, and of course, this is the adaptation to the classic TV show that came out in the 80s starring Johnny Depp of the same name. And now that show was a drama. This movie is not a drama. This movie is a comedy full-hearted. There's like not even a teensy bit of drama. I mean, it gets a little like iffy there with the comedy later on, and gets a little bit into, oh, it's supposed to be sad, but then it gets right back into the comedy. So this is pretty much a full-blooded comedy. So of course that's a big separation from the original TV show, and this one has Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum, who both have been straining on some people's nerves in the last few movies they've been in, like The Sitter for Jonah Hill and The Vow for freaking Channing Tatum. And I can see why. They're both good at what they do, but what they do isn't very good, so whatever. I do like Jonah Hill, I do like Channing Tatum, so I was still looking forward to seeing this film. And then I saw the trailer, I was like, you know what, I like the trailer. Then I heard the reviews, I was like, this is great? I heard it was so good, and I was like, yes, I can't wait to see it. Let's talk about it. The story in 21 Jump Street starts off with both of the characters, Janko, played by Channing Tatum, and what's his name? Schmidt, played by Jonah Hill. Both of them are in college, and in high school, and they, of course, played the stereotypical versions of pretty much themselves. Jonah Hill was a nerd, so he plays a nerd in the movie, and Channing Tatum is a jock, so he plays a jock in the movie. So, and right in the beginning, they're in high school, and, you know, they're picking on, well, of course, Channing Tatum's picking on Jonah Hill. They're not really friends. But later on, it goes like 7 years later down the line, and they're both trying to be a cop. You know, they're both trying to be cops, and then they become friends. So, you know, one is smart, and the other one's dumb, and the other one's really good at athletic stuff, and the other one isn't. You can pretty much guess who is who. And, of course, they become friends because of that, and there you go. History was made. And right when they become cops, finally, they get their first arrest, and something bad happens with that, and they both get transferred to Jump Street, 21 Jump Street, and there they get a assignment from Ice Cube. I'm just gonna say that I can't remember the captain's name because he's the captain or the chief or whatever the hell you want to call it. But I'm just gonna say it's Ice Cube, and he tells these two to go undercover at this high school because there's this new synthetic drug that is pretty much killing students when they take it, and they have to go undercover and find out who it is, and that's the story. Whew! Dude, I felt like I did that all in one breath. Anyway, the story here is simple. It's pretty much exactly the same as 21 Jump Street, the show. It might have been something different, maybe not a drug, maybe it was like, I don't know, well, probably a drug, but I don't know. I never watched the show, but to be honest, it's a simple story, but I actually really like it because of Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum. And I never thought I'd say this, but they work like perfectly together. They are so likable in this film, and when they're together, it's fantastic. It's really like a great comic duo. They are both hilarious in this film, especially Channing Tatum, because I was not expecting anything from Channing Tatum, and he does an amazing job here. He's so funny, he's really likable in this film, and it makes me forget that he was just in a movie called The Vow, where he cries like a little bitch about his wife. Fucking pussy. Anyway, he's really great in the film. So is Jonah Hill, who also wrote it, by the way. Jonah Hill wrote this. Who else was good in this film? Rob Riggle's in the film. He plays a coach of the high school that they go to. He's really good in the film. Of course, I mentioned Ice Cube before, and I don't really care for Ice Cube, but in this film, he's so hilarious. He really is. You also have Dave. Let me say that again. Dave Franco, who plays this slimy little kid that in high school, of course, that actually deposits the drugs to everybody in the school, and he's actually the younger brother of James Franco, and you can definitely tell because he looks exactly like James Franco. And the thing that he has that his brother also has is charisma, and I really like that kid. Hopefully he goes on to other things. Of course, he's not really a kid. He's like, what, 25 in real life, but still, he's playing a kid in the movie. Whatever. Everybody else, the supporting cast does a great job. Now let's talk about the main thing about this film, the comedy. This movie never misses a beat. I don't think I didn't laugh once in this film when it was trying to make me laugh. I thought the whole movie from start to finish was hilarious all the way through. It was such a good ride. I mean, first of all, it's entertaining as hell. The story is actually somewhat fun, you know, I mean, it's just a fun story with great characters, very, very funny things that happen, slapstick, you know, dialogue-wise, etc. It's just a very, very funny and very fun movie. I wasn't expecting this, but this film is so much fun, so funny. Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum do a great job together. Phil Lord and Chris Miller, the guys that directed this film, also directed Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, which I thought was a great animated film, and that was a lot of fun also. And you definitely tell that they brought that to here, except made it R-rated and had a lot of shooting and drugs and F-words and stuff, you know. And it definitely works. They do a great job here. The direction's great. The writing's fantastic. I love 21 Jump Street. If I had to say there's one thing about it that I didn't like, the ending is a little too typical. That's the only thing I could think of. And actually maybe some of the supporting cast isn't all that great, but for the most part it is a lot of fun. It's very funny. Most of the people that are at least the main stars and main characters do a fantastic job. I love me some 21 Jump Street. I'm going to give it a 36 out of a 40. I never thought I would say that, but this movie is awesome. So much fun, so funny. One of the best this year. So there you go, there's my review for 21 Jump Street. I hope you liked it. Thank you, and goodbye.